Hey there guys, this is Cadaverous and welcome back to another episode of Skylanders Adventure from Nintendo Wii. This is episode number 16. So, naturally, we are going to be clearing chapter 16, known as Cadaverous Crypt, to 100%. So, all of that said, let's hurry up and get right into the level here.
You did help me recover the rest of my body. I suppose I could help you out.
So now we're changing our answer from for no to for yes. Now I do have a little bit of explaining to do due to the uploading schedule, but hey, I have good excuses, so that's at least something, right? As for this level itself, the worst thing about it is trying to pronounce its name, but apart from pronouncing its name, it's actually a really good level, very well designed, a lot of fun. I quite like this level.
Alrighty, the skeleton key is down here in this crypt somewhere, and don't you worry, I won't run out on you this time. Just be sure you don't run too far ahead, or else we might get separated. Well, guess I'll just wait out here then.
Okay, so we've got to use the cannon to blow up several different walls over here, so that we'll be doing right after the introduction of that Rue baby. That's a nice pun, it was a pun on rhubarb, but unfortunately, I'm not allergic to rhubarb, but my body doesn't really agree with it sometimes, not to mention I don't even like rhubarb that much. I mean, I love beetroot, but I don't like rhubarb. Either way, here is Hex the Soul Gem. There's actually 2 Soul Gems in this level, so I bet you guys will get real excited when you guys find out who the next one is. I'll give you a hint, it's the last starter pack character which we haven't collected Soul Gem for. But either way, we are in fact going to preview Hex. And as you can see, that's a very early version of the figure there, because she didn't have a skull in her right arm, unlike the finalized version. That's obviously because they made these clips before they created the finalized figures. That actually reminds me of Light Core Pop Fizz, because with Light Core Pop Fizz, the pose on the poster for Skylanders Giants was different to what the finalized pose actually was. So when they actually came to release in Light Core Pop Fizz, his pose was very different to the one on the poster. I think that's because they changed his pose later on in the production, because they found like a better pose, or the pose that they chose didn't really work out for the character. It's probably that actually, probably because they had 2 potions to light up and they couldn't quite do that, so they decided to do just one. Because on the poster, basically, Pop Fizz has 2 potions in his hand, whereas in the finalized figure he only has 1. Either way, here is one of our story scrolls.
The philosopher King Mortalanus, first lord of the undead, said, "While the living fear the undead, the opposite is not true. The undead are reasonable. They simply wish the living to stop, well, living. Where's the confusion? We will all be on the same team, eventually."
Very, very true, especially if you live in the world of The Walking Dead. Sorry about that quick cut there, guys. My phone was about to die, so I needed to quickly put it on charge. But either way, I did find something awesome while I was waiting for the phone to charge up, and that's this like little bone pattern right here. It resembles that of Spyro, because you can see the wings, the tail, the body shape is all similar to Spyro. But the biggest giveaway is the head sculpt. It's the same shape as Spyro, and not to mention it has the horns and the spikes that Spyro has on top of him, like on top of his face, so it really resembles Spyro, and I think it's a cool little Easter egg to have that nice little fossil in there. But either way, the wall that T-Bone is stuck behind, as you can see when we fire it, all what happens is that the cannonball bounces right off of it. Either way, we have the most coolest enemies in the whole of Skylanders coming up, the zombie, or as they put it, the rotten Robbie. Yeah, the best way to defeat those guys is with fire. So fire characters or characters with fire-based attacks, such as Draybot's Afterburners or Spyro's Fireballs. But as you can guess, like, all of the fire characters are good at taking them out. But either way, speaking of fire, since the element of the area is fire, I'm going to swap to a fire Skylander very shortly from now. Yep, we are currently annihilating these bone and arrow guys here. Another nice little pun of the game, bone and arrows, a pun on bow and arrow. And you know, you gotta love the puns, man. They're actually pretty cool in this game, and some of them actually can be quite funny. Either way, we're gonna rotate that so it's ready for later. Because basically we return to this area later after we collect like keys and stuff. And it just is one of the many things that helps with the level design of these games. Well, I shouldn't say of these games, the level design of these games are always spectacular, but the level design of this level in specific is really, really good. Honestly, I think this is probably the best designed level in this game, with the second best designed level probably being Creepy Citadel actually, the level after this one, and Creepy Citadel also happens to be one of the hardest levels as well. Creepy Citadel is really tough, especially with the boss fight we will see at the end. But you guys can probably guess what it is. It includes our man Chaos. Okay, the element has changed to undead, so I'll be swapping to an undead character shortly. And by shortly, I mean right now. So what undead am I going to choose, you might ask? Cinder, or to be specific, Series 3 Cinder. Yeah, she's cool. I think I've mentioned it before, but yeah, I do like her. The element is swapped to fire, but I can't be bothered to swap back to a fire character, so we're just going to stick with something here. And we're also going to collect this treasure all for ourselves, because, you know, who doesn't like treasure? As for that other soul gem I was hinting at earlier, yep, you got it right, it's trigger happies. So, right after we collect it, we will preview it. We also earned a accolade for that, and we earned the accolade for getting all the soul gems with the starter pack characters. But either way, I need to hurry up on the level here, because I think I only have 30 minutes of storage space left on my phone. So if we go for 30 minutes, the recording will just stop automatically, and you guys will lose like all footage of the level afterwards, and so I really don't want that to happen. That'll be really inconvenient. Either way, a tech area is coming up, so we're quickly here going to swap to a tech character by the name of Drill Sergeant. Yeah, I remember when this guy was first out, he was one of the rarer Skylanders, at least for the UK anyway, because I remember, like, my friend ordered him off Amazon, I think it was, and he said he paid, like, 35 quid for it, and I was like, dude, you should have waited. And then the next day, I saw one in the store. Of course, I couldn't buy it at the time, but I still saw one, and he was like, oh man, I just paid 35 quid for that, and I could have got it for a tenner. And I was like, yep, that's a lesson in patience. So if you guys are struggling to find a specific Skylander, just wait it out. They'll come back in stock eventually, but either way, as that tech gate I was talking about, it's right here. And it revolves around a maze. So does the Earth Gate, which is going to come up later. Either way, what we're going to do for this maze right here is to collect 10 enchanted schools. Okay, we're currently at 4, so we're almost halfway. And we also have a treasure chest right here. So it's awesome that we came this way. I forgot that there was a treasure chest in this area. I think there might be one in the Earth Zone as well. Oh, no, there ain't. I don't think there's a treasure chest in the Earth Zone. I think in the Earth Zone there's only a hat. Because I just recalled where the last treasure chest was, and I know it's not in the Earth area. And we've already collected 2, so there's only 1 left. Okay, so there's 7 of 10, 8 of 10, so we're almost there, and we have plenty of time left, so we've got no need to worry about the time pressure right now. And here's the last one, so the challenge is completed successfully, as what the text right there just implied. we are going to wear the hat because I'm pretty sure that would look awesome in Drill Sergeant, and I was totally right. But either way, I did mention earlier about an Earth Gate coming up, and so we are going to choose, so before we actually approach that, it's actually fairly close, so I'm going to swap to the Skylander that I have, the Earth Skylander that I have in mind in advance, and that's none other than not only a Bash, but the legendary Bash. Yeah, I love the music in this level, it's really good at building tension, but either way, the Undead element might be stronger, but we're still going to stick with Bash here, because of the Earth area coming up and all. Okay, there's those guys all taken out. Yeah, Bash is literally the tank, he's awesome. And here is the Earth Gate. I told you it was close, guys. So yeah, this is just about the only, level where I haven't really been paying much attention to the elemental areas, really. That's because in this level, they change so often, so it's not really worth, worrying about changing with it. Either way, as for the collectibles in this area, I did say earlier in the video that I'm pretty sure it's just a hat. If I'm wrong, then I'll come back and collect one of the collectibles off camera. And what I mean by that is that I'll go through the stage off camera, but then when I find what the collectible was that was missing, I will show you where it was. And we did that very, very easily right there. Not much of a challenge. Basically, the teleporter is in the top right most part of the maze, so basically just look for the top right half, and you will be able to find it without a problem. Either way, we are going to advance for a bit, because I don't know what the new element is going to be. So I'm just going to stick with Bash here. Looking awesome. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's going to stay as undead for a while, so I'm going to swap to back to Cinder again. Yeah, this level is all about swapping out. I think so far half of this level has been off Soul Gem previews, story scrolls, Skeletons of Spyro, and swapping out Skylanders. I'm pretty sure that's what most of the episode has been so far, but hey, nothing wrong with that. I think it's a nice, cool episode we have here. I mean, it's definitely feeling very fast-paced to me, but that's because I'm playing and I'm not watching, so it could be different when I'm watching, but I'm sure hoping that it is fast-paced like when I'm playing it here. Because I noticed it when I go back and watch my videos, watching them is such a different experience to recording them, like it's way more different than one would even originally think. Either way, as you can see, we have that key here, which we need to open the gate from the very first area which we was in. So we've effectively gone in pretty much a loop, and that's why I like the stage. It's well designed, as I previously mentioned. Either way, we got the golden randomizer for our legendary treasure, which gave us 800 gold. How nice of it. That's actually quite a good bit of gold as well. Either way, we're going to absolutely annihilate through those guys, and we got some more school dudes to worry about, but they were no match for us. We got more fools here that want taken out. And so now that area has... that gate has filled out, that gate has basically disappeared, allowing for us to grab the key and open this gate from over here. And so now the fire element is of the strongest element right now. So basically what that means for me is that I'm going to swap to Sunburn again. Okay, we got to kill these guys. Yeah, I'm hoping I didn't miss the enemy goal, because I just realised that I forgot to kill the zombie before the tech gate, so I'm hoping that I can still get the enemy goal despite the fact that I didn't kill those guys. And another thing I better do is I better take out them stupid archers. Let's see if someone can reach them. Well, they can reach one of them. But not quite the other one, he pushed him back a bit too much. But darn, he took an arrow right to the face right there. Yeah, basically what the game expects you to do is it expects you to, like, twist around this, thingy. What I mean by thingy is the spinning like train track there, like for spinning rails. It expects you to spin that round enough so that then you can push the cannon up towards the end of the path and shoot the bow and arrow. And actually, I have no idea what I'm talking about because the rail is not long enough. Either way, I was about to twist the rail again, but I just realised we can't do that quite yet because the cannon isn't onto it yet. And so by twisting it, I basically would have meant that I couldn't push the cannon onto it, so that would have been a stupid idea of mine. But fortunately for me, I managed to realise not to do that before I actually did it. Either way, as you can see, we've got some zombies here, and as you can see, Sunburn has taken care of them just fine because he has fire-based abilities. So yeah, that guy is very much dead right now, and we're going to blow up this wall right here and come back to this twisting railing, which I showed you guys about before. I'm hoping we're good on objectives, but I'm pretty sure we've got everything. Like, we got the story scroll, we got the hats, we got the soul gems, we got the treasure chest, and we got the legendary treasure, so yep, that's 100%. So I'm just hoping that, like I said, I didn't miss the enemy goal, that's what I've been trying to say. And so now we have undead, so let's swap to Cinder for one last time here. Yeah, I thought this level was originally going to take much more longer than what it actually has been. Like 16 minutes in, we're almost done with it here. I originally thought it was going to take like over half an hour, but yep, I'm very much wrong by that. But hey, I'm pretty sure you guys don't mind shorter episodes, nice and fast paced for you. Okay, we're going to use this candle here to our advantage, because basically if we push these into enemies, then it deals 100 damage off straight away. Yep, Cinder is doing very well with defeating these guys right now. There's very few of them that are not dead, to say the least. And now it's not the fact that there's very few of them alive, it's the fact that none of them are alive. So good job with facing that right there, Cinder, but either way, let us see what objectives we managed to tick off, alright? And there is our skeleton key. What we need that to basically enter the next level, which is Creepy Citadel, which is home to the Eternal Undead Source.
You found the skeleton key. This'll open the gates to the Creepy Citadel. Hey!
I just said that. That is another reason why T-Bone is so funny. Lift this guy, honestly.
Amazing, huh? Comes in pretty handy looking through keyholes. Oh, yeah. Save that for later.
Yes, I did miss the enemy goal, so as always, I will come back and do it at my own time. But I think that's because, like, I missed a few zombies here and there and stuff, and so, yeah, I got no problem doing that at my own time, and I'll show you guys that I cleared the objective in the next chapter, actually, because the last two chapters I've actually done in single sessions only, but the next time I come to record levels, I'm going to record 5 or 6 at once.
Okay, top floor. Ladies' lingerie, housewares, land of the living.
Ah, good gracious! What's your head doing attached to that key?
Well, it is a skeleton key, but a dot. Anyway, with that all out of the way, we can leave for the Creepy Citadel anytime you're ready. What do you think?
Not quite yet, because we got our speedrun to do.
Here with my head attached to this key.
Okay, so as for today's speedrunner, we have Flameslinger returning to speedrun yet again. Now I chose this guy because he's a fire Skylander, so we can take out the zombies, and he's also extremely fast on his feet. So he's a perfect candidate for this level. I could also choose Sunburn, but with Sunburn, when you do the Phoenix Dash, which is basically his speedrun move, because of the freeze frame you receive afterwards, it's not actually worth using it as a speedrun move, because the time you've gained is automatically lost from the freeze frame. He would be so much better though if he didn't have that like explosion afterwards. I know it's made to damage enemies and make Sunburn look cool, but it doesn't need to spend as many frames causing him to freeze as it does. Either way, we got archers against an archer here. Even though my Arsha is absolutely owning the other Arshas. Okay, we're going to push that piece down first. Yeah, basically just going to complete this puzzle the same way we did before, just much quicker. Yeah, I think we get like 12 minutes for this level. I can easily do it in 12 minutes. We managed to do it in a little over 12 minutes with the elemental challenges and collectibles all in mind. Man, those guys actually hurt quite a bit. Okay, there's the punk taken out. Stupid punk. Okay, so we've got some more Rue babies right here. Out of all the levels, I'm pretty sure this level is probably one of the most puns. So it will either get you in the most uplifted mood, or it'll get you cringing the most out of the whole game. Depends on how much you like puns. If you like me and you cringe at puns, then you'd cringe all over. Even though I've been saying that they're good puns, but they're still cringy nonetheless. But then again, that's pretty much what a good pun is. It's pretty much just cringe. Cringe 101, I should call it. We can also use the cannons to defeat the zombies, but that's not nearly as exciting as impaling them with fire arrows. Okay, we've got to blow up this wall right here so we can get to the button to unlock the gates over there. Actually, when I was struggling for words earlier about when, you know, that happened to the gates, earlier in the video, I was actually struggling for a word for them. Why didn't I just use the word unlock? Like, why was I struggling so hard for a word when I could have just simply found a word that easy and simple? That's just me trying to get the best vocabulary and it don't always work out. But then again, we don't all need the most, like, ambitious vocabulary. We just need to speak basic English, and we should be good. Or basic French, you know. Even though I don't know French by this point, because I think I mentioned it earlier. I can't remember whether it was in this video, whether it was in this Let's Play or not. But I haven't took French for years because for my GCSEs, instead of choosing French, I went for computing, graphics, and geography instead. And I have no regrets about that because I love those options to death, and I'm doing so well in them, especially graphics and geography. I always seem to do really good in the subjects that begin with G's, I don't know why. But the funniest thing was that I actually hated geography, but in the second half of year 9 I actually started to take a liking to it, and so I decided, screw it, I'll do it for GCSEs, it's the only good thing I have in the final option. And so I took it, and now I'm enjoying it so much more than what I used to. So guys, if you are currently at high school, or if you guys have finished high school, then what GCSEs did you take? Or if you guys aren't quite at high school yet, what GCSEs do you think you're going to take? Well, then again, you can be at high school and then just not taking your GCSEs yet. So but my case still rests the same. Either way. The best way to actually get these archers is to use an archer yourself, like Flameslinger here, and just launch at them with his volley shot. His volley shot is so helpful, man. I'm not even joking here. Okay, I think we probably need to hurry it up here because I'm pretty sure I'm starting to run out of time, both from the actual time for recording and the time for the level. So yep, hurrying would definitely be a good idea. Okay, we have to rotate this thing 3 times before we even blow up the wall right here. Oh darn, I accidentally pushed it up, but that don't matter because it will still blow up the gate nonetheless. So now we need to push this forward also. Twist that around, that would be a good idea. Because I didn't do that in advance this time, which I probably should have done. That would have been better for the speedrun overall, but oh well. Okay, we're gonna kill these zombies with a cannon here. that is if they actually want to come close enough to the cannon. So yeah, we killed that guy with a cannon, but I couldn't be patient because, you know, it's a speedrun. You can't be patient in a speedrun. What kind of a speedrun is patient? The whole idea is that you gotta go fast, gotta go faster. Man, I stumbled a bit there, didn't I? Do not get me singing Sonic songs because I will mess it up so bad. And also, I don't really know many Sonic songs because, despite the fact that I love a lot of Sonic games, I'm not actually the biggest Sonic fan. Like, I'm just a fan of his games, I'm not a die-hard fan, basically. Like, actually, one very irregular thing about me is that I actually really like Sonic Unleashed, unlike a lot of other people. And I actually got the enemy goal on that run as well. I think it's because I killed those zombies with Flame Slinger's fire, and I didn't do that before, so I think that's why I managed to get the enemy goal. And also I defeated the skeletons on the ledge over there. So yeah, awesome. Nice and 100%. I don't need to do this in my free time after all. But yeah, I can see why people have problems with the Werehog, but personally I quite like the Werehog on Sonic Unleashed, but I like the speed sections even more, because the speed sections is definitely the highlight of the game. I can definitely agree with that. But either way, with all that said and done, this episode right here is finished, so thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.